Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we shall find out how to find eigenvalues and eigenvector as well as modal matrix for a 3 by 3 matrix. A is equal to 8 minus 6 2 minus 6 7 minus 4 2 minus 4 3. So we'll start with characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. Right. So how to write A minus lambda I? I told you in the earlier video lecture that from the diagonal elements subtract lambda. Okay, so 8 minus lambda, 7 minus lambda, 3 minus lambda, whereas remaining elements as it is equal to 0. Now, so this implies, let us simplify this. It will be very difficult to solve this determinant in a usual manner or the method which we know already. So the shortcut method is, as it is 3 by 3 matrix, so we write lambda cube minus S1 lambda square plus S2 lambda minus determinant of A equal to 0. Where what is S1? S1 is sum of diagonal elements of A. So the diagonal elements are 8 plus 7 and 3. 8 plus 7 plus 3, which is 18. S2 is sum of minors of diagonal elements of A. So the first diagonal element is 8. So its minor will be determinant of 7 minus 4 minus 4 3. Right? So that will come out to be, after simplifying, 7 3s are 21 minus 16, that is 5. Then plus M2, minus of the second diagonal element 7. So delete all element lying in the second row and column. Whatever is left, write it in a determinant. So we have 8 2 and 2 3. Simplify, 8 3s are 24 minus 4, that is 20. In the same way, we can get the minor of third diagonal element 3. So delete all element lying in this third row and third column. The remaining is this. Find its determinant. So it is 8 minus 6 7. Solve its determinant. So 8 7s are 56 minus 36, that is 20. So like this we get the S2, that is 45. Now determinant of A is, simplify it in a same manner. So we have it as equal to 0. So therefore lambda cube minus 18 lambda square plus 45 lambda equal to 0. As the power of lambda is 3, so therefore lambda must be have 3 values. You can get these 3 values with the help of calci or by any process that you are familiar with. So you will get lambda equal to 0 3 15. Now these eigenvalues are distinct. Now next is to find out the eigenvector. So as here we have 3 rows, so therefore let x is equal to x1 x2 x3 be the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalues. Stop. So let x is equal to, as here we have 3 rows, so we will take 3 elements. Remember, eigenvector must be always a column matrix. So this be a eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalues lambda, such that A minus lambda I times x is equal to 0. Now then we already have A minus lambda I in the determinant. You can see here elements in the determinant. So write these elements in the matrix into x1 x2 x3 is equal to 0 0 0. Now multiply these matrices. So 8 minus lambda into x1 minus 6 x2 plus 2 x3 is equal to 0. Likewise you will get remaining 2 equations. This is called equation number A. Now let us take the value of lambda one by one. The first value is lambda equal to 0. So put lambda equal to 0 in equation A. We get lambda 0, so 8x1 minus 6x2 plus 2x3 equal to 0. Then next, minus 6x1 plus 7x2 minus 4x3 equal to 0. Similarly, the next will be 2x1 minus 4x3 plus 3x3 is equal to 0. Observe these 3 equations carefully. We observe these are all different. So what we do? We will solve any 2 of the equation using Cramer's rule. So I am taking the equation number 2 and 3, applying Cramer's rule. So it is how to apply Cramer's rule. So it is x1 upon, what we will do, leave the coefficient of x1 x2 and write down the remaining one in the given sequence. So we will write 7 minus 4 determinant and minus 4 3 equal to, next we will assign negative sign, so there must be alternate plus minus sign to the variables. So we have started with x1, next will be minus x2, then x3, and if next comes then it will be minus x4, like this. So minus x2, now we will leave x2, write the remaining in the determinant. So it is minus 6 4 minus 4 2 3 equal to x3, then determinant of minus 6 7 2 minus 4. Solve this, we will get x1 upon 5 minus x2 upon minus 10, x3 upon 10. 5 is common in all the terms, so let us cancel out 5. So we have x1 by 1 equal to x2 by 2 is equal to x3 by 2. So we get x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 2, and x3 is equal to 2. Therefore, for lambda equal to 0, we have eigenvector as 1 2 2. Okay, then let us put next eigenvalue, that is lambda equal to 3 in equation number A. So 3, so it is 8 minus 3 5 x1 minus 6 x2 plus 2 x3 equal to 0. Then minus 6 x1 plus 4 x2, lambda is 3, so 7 minus 4 3 4, so it is 4 x2 minus 4 x3 equal to 0. Then similarly the next one will be 2 x1 minus 4 x2 plus 0 x3 equal to 0. Again these three equations are different, so solve any two equation by Cramer's rule. I am again taking last two equations. It is not necessary that you should take always the last two equation, you can take any two equations, right? So I am taking last two equations, applying Cramer's rule in the manner we have applied earlier, right? So it is x1 upon determinant of 4 minus 4 0 equal to minus x2, right? So minus 6 minus 4 2 0 equal to x3 minus 6 4 2 minus 4. Simplify, so x1 upon minus 16 equal to minus x2 upon 8 equal to x3 upon 16. 8 comes common, cancel out, so x1 upon minus 2, x2 upon it becomes minus 1 equal to x3 by 2. As these are proportions, so whatever will be the value of numerator, same will be for achieve for the denominator. So we have x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to minus 1, x3 equal to 2. Again these values satisfies the first equation also, right? So therefore the values obtained are correct. Now therefore for lambda equal to 3, we have second eigenvector which we denote by x suffix 2. So that is minus 2 minus 1 2. The next eigenvalue is lambda equal to 15. Put it in equation number A. Lambda equal to 15, right? So what we have, 8 minus 15 minus 7 minus 6 x2 plus 2 x3 equal to 0. Then minus 6 x1 minus 8 x2 plus minus 4 x3 equal to 0. Then 2 x1 minus 4 x2 minus 12 x3 equal to 0. Solving this by Cramer's rule, we get x1 upon, again I am taking the last equation, last two equations. So we get x1 as 2, x2 as minus 2, and x3 is 1. This will satisfy first equation also. Therefore for lambda equal to 15, x3 equal to 2 minus 2 1 is the eigenvector. So once we get all the three eigenvector, we can write modal matrix, which is a matrix of eigenvector. So first eigenvector is x1, which is 1 2 2. So here 1 2 2. Then x2 is minus 2 minus 1 2 minus 2 minus 1 2, and then x3 is 2 minus 2 1 2 minus 2 1. So like this we get the modal matrix for a given matrix. Now let us take the next example, that is find eigenvalues, eigenvector and a modal matrix for a matrix A is equal to minus 2 2 minus 3 2 1 minus 6 minus 1 minus 2 0. So we will start with the characteristic equation. Do it in the same way as I told you earlier, from diagonal element subtract lambda, remaining elements as it is. Simplify it, find out S1, S2 and determinant. put it in the equation number 1. So lambda cube, S1 is nothing but minus 1, so minus minus plus lambda square. Then S2 is minus 21, so minus 21 lambda minus determinant of A is 45. So 45 equal to 0. So lambda equal to minus 3 minus 3 5. What we observe here is that the two eigenvalues are same. So whenever we will find some eigenvalues equal, so we will first opt for a different eigenvalue. Okay. So let us take x as x1, x2, x3 be the eigenvector, 3 vectors, so 3 elements, such that a minus lambda I times x is equal to 0. This you know very well how to get this, right? Now, so using this you will get equation number A. As I told you, phi is different from the remaining two, so we will first put lambda equal to 5. This is just for the sake of simplicity. So put lambda equal to 5 in equation A. Gives minus 7x1 plus 2x2 minus 3x3 equal to 0 and such type of equations by putting lambda as 5. Again solving these three equations are different. So solving any two equation, I am taking last two equation. We get x1 is equal to 1 to minus 1. So therefore lambda equal to 5, x1 will be 1 to minus 1. Now next put lambda equal to minus 3 in equation A. What we observe here, these three equations are nothing but similar to x1 plus 2x2 minus 3x3 equal to 0. You can see here, if I will divide this by 2, you will get same equation. If I will divide this by minus 1, you will get similar to first equation. So these three equations are nothing but one and the same. Now here again, one equation in three variables. So only one independent equation is there in three variables. Hence equation 1 must have infinite solution. For this we need to find out the extra number of variables. So for one equation only one variable is required. So two variables are extra. So two variables must be assigned an arbitrary constant value. So let x2 and x3 be, let x3 is equal to A and x2 is equal to B. Right. So we have putting these values in equation number A. We have x1 is equal to 3x3, x3 is A, so 3A, then minus 2x2, that is 2B. For A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0, we have x1 is equal to 3, x2 is nothing but B, so that is 0, x3 is A, that is 1. So we have these values. So these are the values for lambda equal to minus 3. Again the next eigenvalue is also lambda equal to minus 3. So we will get the equation similar to equation number 1. Right. So we will come across this situation where x3 is A and x2 is B. Now for getting the linearly independent solutions, what we will do, here we have taken A as 1 and B as 0. So let us swap this. Let us take here for getting independent solutions, A is equal to 0 and B as 1. So we will get x1, x2 is equal x3 as these values. So this is the one of the easiest way I will suggest in order to get the linearly independent values in case of the equal eigenvalues. Okay, just swap the combinations. So we have the next eigenvalue is minus 2, 1, 0. You can see here they are not a scalar multiple of each other, hence they are linearly independent. So after getting all the eigenvectors, we can write the modal matrix, that is B is equal to first matrix is nothing but one, 2, minus 1, second matrix is 3, 0, 1, and the third one is minus 2, 1, 0. So this will be the required modal matrix. Now let us take the last example, very important example. So find again these three things, eigenvalues, eigenvector and modal matrix for the matrix A is equal to 3, 1, 4, 0, 2, 6, 0, 0, 5. If you observe this carefully, this is nothing but a upper triangular matrix. So as per the property I have mentioned in my earlier video lecture, that if matrix is a upper triangular matrix, then the eigenvalue of the given matrix is nothing but the the diagonal elements of the matrix. So diagonal element must be 3, 2, 5. Okay, let us see whether we get these elements or not. So we'll start with the characteristic equation. Determinant of a minus lambda equal to 0. Now simplify this. Okay, so this into this minus 0, remaining will become 0. So 3 minus lambda equal to 0 gives lambda equal to 3. 2 minus lambda gives lambda equal to 2. 5 minus lambda equal to 0 gives lambda equal to 5. So like this we get the eigenvalues which are nothing but the diagonal elements of a given matrix. Now let us find the eigenvector. So let x is equal to x1, x2, x3 be the eigenvector corresponding to lambda such that a minus lambda times x is equal to 0. So 3 minus lambda, 1, 4, we'll put these matrices. Let us form the system of equation A. Now put one by one the values of lambda. Let us take first lambda as 2. Put lambda as 2 over here. Now from the last three equations, we get x3 as 0. So obviously x3 is 0, so x1 plus x2 is equal to 0. Now this is nothing but only one equation in two variables. So let us assign x2 as a. So you will get x1 as minus a. So for a equal to 1, x1 will be minus 1, x2 is 1 and x3 is already 0. So we get first eigenvector as minus 1, 1, 0 for lambda equal to 2. Now next we put lambda equal to 3 in this equation, lambda equal to 3. Okay, so what we get here? So it is 0x1 plus x2 plus 4x3 equal to 0. Then this will be minus x2 plus 6x3 equal to 0. Next 2x3 is equal to 0. Equation 5 gives x3 is equal to 0. Put this in equation 4, you will get x2 is equal to 0. So x2, x3 is 0. Now as we know that eigenvector cannot be a 0 vector, it should be a non-zero vector. So there is no possibility of getting x1 as 0. Again the coefficient of x1 is 0, so x1 could be anything. So let us take x1 as a non-zero value, say 1. You can take any non-zero value. Here I am taking x1 as 1. Okay, so therefore x2 is equal to 1, 0, 0 for lambda equal to 3. Now let us take next value, lambda equal to 3 in equation A. Substitute in equation A. So you will get lambda as 5. So minus 2x1 plus x2 plus 4x3 equal to 0. Then 0. Lambda is 5. So minus 3x2 plus 6x3 equal to 0. Lambda 5. So this 0 into x3 is 0. So what I am getting? I am getting these two equations. So let us solve this by Cramer's rule. We will get x1, x2 and x3 as 3, 2, 1 respectively. Hence the matrix 3, 2, 1 for lambda equal to 5 is a eigenvector. So after getting all the eigenvectors, we can write a modal matrix. So the first eigenvector is minus 1, 1, 0. Second eigenvector is 1, 0, 0. And the third one is 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So remember one thing, that eigenvector cannot be a 0 vector. It should be a non-zero vector. At least one element should be a non-zero value. Okay. So I hope through these video lectures, the concept of eigenvector, eigenvalue and modal matrix must be clear. You can post your queries and comment in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.